Hey, here we are in the second part of lesson 3 called Get Growing. The two questions that we're going to investigate are how do cells get energy and how do cells divide? And so here you have a animation of two processes, photosynthesis and respiration. I know that most of you are going to be going on to biology in high school and upper level science classes, and you might as well get familiar with this equation now. You will eventually have to memorize it and be able to explain it. So take time now and put it in your memory so that you will have an easier time when you get to high school. So if we start out looking at photosynthesis, photosynthesis occurs in the organelle chloroplast. Animal cells do not have chloroplast. So plants are the only ones that can photosynthesize. Inside of the chloroplast, there are pigments that can trap sunlight and convert that energy, that radiant energy, from the photon, from the light, with carbon dioxide and water, and make a food source. And so the majority of things it makes is glucose. And lucky for us, the waste product is oxygen. And so inside the chloroplast, in pigments, plants take the sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water and undergo photosynthesis, where they use the sun's light to make a organic molecule. There are other pigments besides chlorophyll in which plants use to capture light. So you might have some purple shamrocks at home. That's a different pigment. You can also see some of these different pigments after the leaves are starting to turn like they are now in fall. You got the carotenes and the beta carotenes. And so kind of a opposite to photosynthesis is cellular respiration. And that's when our cells break up glucose in the mitochondria to make energy. And so we have to, for the most part, have oxygen to be able to break down glucose to provide the energy needed for our cells and for the functions that our body have. In the mitochondria, each carbon bond is broken off. And for each carbon that's broken off, you get X amount of energy that is converted to the molecule ATP, adenosine triphosphate. And that molecule carries that energy to other parts of the body or cell that need that energy to do work. The waste product, when our cells break down glucose, or even a plant cell undergoes cellular respiration, is carbon dioxide and water. Number 9 was making sure it was still recording. Number 9 wants you to fill in the blanks in the table on the bottom of 128 with the components of photosynthesis and cellular respiration. Number 10 wants you to explain why it's important for DNA to be copied before cell division. So here you have an animal cell dividing, and here you have plant cells that are dividing. And it's asking you, why is it important that the DNA is copied before that happens? Number 11, ask how do new cells form in plant and animal cells? So you can use these two pictures and the captions to help you formulate a response to that question. So here's the slide again, and I threw up here a plant cell undergoing division kind of to contrast with it. You have the unicellular bacteria that are reproducing quite fast compared to this one animal cell that's having to go through several stages to make a new cell. An organism is going to make new cells, especially eukaryotic organisms, for two main reasons, for growth and for repair. In the plant cell, you can see the difference here. You got the rigid cell wall that you don't see here in the animal cell, and you can see the cell plate forming between the two cells as the end of the cell cycle is beginning to happen.